Hi and welcome to the Studio Marco Primeau. Today we're going to do the mastering on a song called Directions from Tom McKenzie. You can download the tracks to mix the song yourself. The link is in the description below. We did a video on the mixing of that song, and this is the result of the mix that we're going to master now. Before we start, we should discuss the difference between mixing and mastering. When mixing, the engineer will take all the tracks, different recordings of each instrument of a song, and putting them together in a pleasant way while adjusting the volumes, the panning, and some frequency change and the dynamics to make the song hold itself, and this will end up with a stereo track. So just one file that will go to the mastering engineer. The mastering engineer will then listen to the song with fresh new ears and in a room that is well tuned with equipment that will give him the best and accurate representation of the frequencies and what the song is about. And his job is to make the song have the same volume and frequencies of any other song on the market. So if you play your song compared to others, you won't need to get up and change the volume or change the EQ on your system. So that's the main reason we do mastering. I don't know if you know, but the loudness war has ended. So if you're doing a CD, there's some recommended levels that you will end up with. And if it's for streaming or for TV or multimedia or anything, there's some guidelines to follow compared to the past, where when engineer tried to have the loudest song possible for it to jump at you when you listen to a bunch of songs. So that's the difference. Let's dive in right away. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I have put also the link for the mixing in the description, so feel free to go and listen to that video as well. Okay, the first step is to export our song. Let's check the levels.
Should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely, we shouldn't have doubt. We shouldn't be the ones to say that I
Alright, the level seems fine. Around minus 6 dB to minus 10 dB is an healthy level output to send to the mastering engineer. So I activated the snap to object, then selected the track. And let's choose a name. And of course, I will keep the resolution as the original file is. And this way I'm not losing any quality. Okay, once the file is exported into a stereo file, we are going to create a new project. Of course, we only need 1 or 2 tracks to work on mastering. So I'm going to choose a project template 2-track CD MSF. I'm going to keep the same sample rate as well. All right, the next step would be to change the workspace for mastering. What it will do is call for some useful tools like the meters, some function to help you create markers and stuff like that. Then you need to import your file into the project and say, okay, so there it is. Let's check the levels.
And if you wanna see the world but you're alone, just come and get me because I want to see the world.
So you see the mix isn't very hot now. We're gonna take care of the volume at the very end of the workflow. What I like to do is to change the visualization setting on the spectrum analyzer so I can have more bands and see a bit more what is happening. Okay, let's try it again.
And if you wanna see the world but you're alone, just come and get me because I want to see the world too. Oh, oh, oh.
So my first step when I do mastering, I will load up an EQ and try to correct the curve if there's some frequencies that jumps at me or might be disturbing.
And if you wanna see the world but you're alone, just come and get me because I want to see the world too. Oh, oh, oh.
I'm looking for a spectrum analyzer that keeps the levels of each band for a while. It's easier to see what is happening, and if there's some peaks, very short peaks, it's not a problem. We can leave them there for now. If you want to create a curve for your entire song, it's better not to use a spectrum analyzer at real time. Maybe something that will hold the peaks for a few seconds, maybe 5 seconds. But nonetheless, I'm not finding how to change the spectrum analyzer of Samplitude yet. So please, if anyone knows how to get longer peaks hold, please put the information in the comments. I might do a video on that later on if I find out. But for now, I'm going to load the ozone equalizer, which I know I can change that option. I'm not going to EQ with ozone equalizer. I just want to use the spectrum analyzer to help me make better decisions. See the option, average time. I like to put it at 5 seconds. And when I'm going to play the song, each band won't move as fast, so it's going to be easier.
If you wanna see the world but you're alone, just come and get me because
See the difference?
I want to see the world too. Oh, 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 oh.
So I'm not trying to do a straight line here. Maybe just some strong levels to the bass frequencies, and then it's getting down softly towards the high frequencies.
And if you wanna see the world but you're alone, just come and get me because I want to see the world too. Oh, oh, oh,
And as you see, the the peaks in the low frequencies versus the high frequencies, the difference is about 6 dB, something like that. So it's very subtle. So let's compare before and after. This is before.
We shouldn't be lonely. We shouldn't have doubt. We shouldn't be the ones to say that I want out. Oh no. We should be connected. We should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you.
All right, seems to sound good for me.
I want to try to keep in touch. I'll write a letter. Or maybe I'll come and I'll see you. Would that be better?
I took time to match the volumes, so I'm not tricked by a difference in volumes.
I want you. We shouldn't be lonely. We shouldn't have doubt. We shouldn't be the ones to say that I want out. And if you tell me that you're keeping secrets, I'd understand, but I can help you if you want me to do. And if you want to see the world but you're alone.
So the Multiband compressor is a tool that can help if for a very short time there's a peak in some frequencies and you don't want to compress the whole mix. Just even out those temporary peaks, and as you see, the result before and after will be very subtle.
Or maybe I'll come and I'll see you. Would that be better? We should
Before,
be connected. We should be
after.
brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely. We shouldn't have doubt. We shouldn't be the ones to say that I want out. And if you tell me that you're keeping secrets, I want to try to keep in touch. I'll write a letter.
All right.
I want to try to keep in touch.
With,
I'll write a letter.
without,
Or maybe I'll come and
with
I'll
again.
see you. Would that be better?
Okay, let's check the stereo enhancer. I don't really like to use those, but sometimes you want your mix to be wider. Usually I will use a plugin that includes some mid-side functions, and I will boost the side just a tiny bit. But by looking into the options of Samplitude, all the plugins available, I didn't find such a plugin. So please, Magic, think of adding that function. And if it is there and I didn't see it, please leave the information in the comments below. Again, very subtle changes. The de-esser, I don't know why Samplitude suggests to use one. If you took care of some easing in your mix, you don't really need that plugin there.
I want to try to keep in
About distortion now.
I'll write a letter. Or maybe I'll come and I'll see you. Would that be better? We should be connected. We should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely. We shouldn't have doubt. We shouldn't be.
What I want to do with distortion on a mix would be simply to introduce some harmonic distortion in the song, make it a bit wider in terms of frequencies and impact. But as soon as you hear the distortion, it means there's too much of it. So you need to keep that very low levels. And again, very subtle change. And now for the dynamic.
I want to try to keep in touch. I'll write a letter, or maybe I'll come and I'll see.
I usually use more than one compressor. The first one will control a bit of the wider dynamic changes. The second one will be the limiter to help me put the levels, the final levels.
We shouldn't be the ones to say that I want out. And if you tell me that you're keeping secrets, I'd understand, but I can help you if you want me to do. And if you want to see the world but you're alone, just come and get me, because I want to see the world too. Oh.
All right, one thing with Samplitude, as the spectrum analyzer didn't help me to have a longer peak hold, I can't find any LUFS meters. I'm trying to play with the different settings on the meter, but again, if anyone knows how those options and preset works, put a link in the comments or explain it in the comments. I want to know more about this, but before I can understand those, I'm forced to use a plugin that I use all the time, which is FabFilter Pro L2, which has a LUFS meter included in it. So I'm going to load the FabFilter Pro L2, which includes a LUFS meter. As I said, I need to know exactly how the end level will be. I'm keeping minus 14 LUFS levels because I know on YouTube's that's one healthy level you can upload.
Or maybe I'll come and I'll see you. Would that be better? We should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely, we shouldn't have doubt. We shouldn't be the ones to say that I want out. And if you tell me that you're keeping secrets, I understand.
Again, I'm not using the features of L2 at all. The gain is at 0 dB, there's no compression coming from it. I'm only using the advanced dynamic from Samplitude now. Well, the level seems fine for what I need. To me, the master could be all that we need to do, and we can leave it as is. Let's compare to what the artist made as a mastering on a website where I downloaded the files to mix.
We should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely, we shouldn't have doubt. We shouldn't be the ones to say that I want out. Oh no.
All right, so let's hear ours.
We should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely, we should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say. We should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely, we should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely, we should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely, we shouldn't have doubt. We we shouldn't be the ones to say that I want out. And if you tell me that you're keeping secrets, we should be connected, we should be brand new. We should have the courage to say that I want you. We shouldn't be lonely, we shouldn't have doubt. We shouldn't be the ones to say that I want out. And if you tell me that you're keeping secrets, I'd understand, but I can help you if you want me to do. And if you wanna see the world but you're alone, just come and get me, because I want to see the world too. Oh.
So that's it. I should say I'm not a mastering engineer. I'm still learning. I don't have the room or the equipment or the knowledge that a pro mastering engineer has, but this is an idea of how it's made. And of course, I wanted to show how to do it in Samplitude from Magic. As you saw, there's some things that I would like to find in Magic that I didn't find yet, which is the peak holds into the spectrum analyzer, and also the LUFS meter. So Magic, if you listen to that, please think of adding those features. That would be nice. So you did hear the difference between my master and what the artist put online. I can't say mine is better than his. Of course, it's different perspectives, and I wasn't talking to the artist when I made my master and my mix. So of course, I know that it took a different direction. So I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe, click on like, hit the bell to get notifications. Any questions or comments, write them below. I'll try to be quick to answer, and maybe your questions will become a video. So that's it. Have a nice day and see you for the next one.